Once upon a time in the small town of Willowbrook, there lived a peculiar cat named Mr. Whiskers. He had long, fluffy white fur and the most magnificent whiskers that twirled like a magician's wand. But what made Mr. Whiskers truly special was his insatiable curiosity. Every day, Mr. Whiskers would embark on thrilling adventures around the town. He would explore the enchanting woods, chase butterflies in the meadows, and even climb trees higher than any other cat could dream of. His adventures made him the talk of the town, and children loved to hear stories of his daring escapades. One sunny morning, as Mr. Whiskers roamed through the bustling marketplace, he noticed a colorful cart parked by the fruit stand. The cart belonged to a traveling circus, and it was filled with wonders from all around the world. Intrigued, Mr. Whiskers couldn't resist investigating further. With cautious steps, he climbed onto the cart and found himself surrounded by incredible sights. There were juggling balls, acrobats' hoops, and even a tiny trapeze. But what captured Mr. Whiskers' attention the most was a shiny, golden key sitting on a velvet pillow. It looked like the key to a secret treasure. Unable to control his curiosity, Mr. Whiskers gently picked up the key with his paw and accidentally dropped it onto a stack of circus posters. The posters flew into the air, creating a whirlwind of colors and confusion. Startled, Mr. Whiskers dashed out of the cart, leaving the key behind. Unaware of the chaos he had caused, Mr. Whiskers made his way to the town's library. He hoped to find answers about the mysterious key he had discovered. As he entered, he saw the kind librarian, Mrs. Jenkins, stacking books on a shelf. "Good day, Mr. Whiskers," she said with a smile. "What brings you here today?" Mr. Whiskers explained his adventure at the circus and showed Mrs. Jenkins the key. Mrs. Jenkins, wise and knowledgeable, recognized the key's emblem. She told Mr. Whiskers that it belonged to a long-lost treasure hidden deep within the enchanted forest. "But be careful, Mr. Whiskers," warned Mrs. Jenkins. "The enchanted forest is filled with magical creatures and tricky riddles. Only those with a pure heart and a curious mind can unlock the treasure." Determined to uncover the secret of the key, Mr. Whiskers thanked Mrs. Jenkins and set off towards the enchanted forest. He ventured through thickets, crossed babbling brooks, and jumped over moss-covered rocks. The forest was filled with whispers and giggles, but Mr. Whiskers pressed on. Finally, he reached a magnificent tree with an intricately carved lock on its trunk. Without hesitation, Mr. Whiskers inserted the golden key, and the lock clicked open. The tree split open, revealing a hidden chamber filled with sparkling jewels, ancient maps, and magical artifacts. But instead of taking the treasure for himself, Mr. Whiskers realized the true value of his discovery. He shared the treasure with the townspeople, who used it to build a beautiful park filled with laughter, joy, and adventure. From that day forward, Mr. Whiskers became a beloved hero in Willowbrook. His curiosity had led him to a treasure more precious than any gem. He taught everyone that the greatest treasure of all is the joy of discovery and the power of sharing. And so, Mr. Whiskers continued his adventures, always curious and forever bringing smiles to the faces of the children in the town of Willowbrook. The end.